At this time, Abijah, the son of Jeroboam, fell sick. Jeroboam said to his wife, "Arise now and disguise yourself, so that people should not know that you are the wife of Jeroboam. Shall go to Shiloh. Behold, there is Ahijah the prophet. He spoke about me that I would be king over this people. Shall take in your hand 10 loaves of bread and biscuits and a flask of honey, and come to him. He will tell you what will be of the child." Jeroboam's wife did so, and she arose and went to Shiloh, came to the house of Ahijah. Ahijah could not see, for his eyes were still, because of his advanced age. Now the Lord had said to Ahijah, "Behold, the wife of Jeroboam is coming to ask of you concerning her son, as he is sick. You shall speak to her thus and thus." And it was when she arrived, she was disguised. And it was as Ahijah heard the sound of her footsteps in the doorway that he said, "Come in, Jeroboam's wife. Why are you disguised? I am sent to you to tell you harsh tidings. Go say to Jeroboam, so has the Lord, the God of Israel, said, since I raised you from amidst the people, and I made you the ruler over my people Israel, and I tore the kingdom from the house of David, and I gave it to you. But you have not been like my servant David, who heeded my commandments, and who followed me with all his heart, to do only what was proper in my eyes. You have done worse than all that were before you, and you have gone, made for yourself foreign gods and molten images to anger me. You have cast me behind your back. Therefore I shall bring disaster on the house of Jeroboam, and I will cut off from Jeroboam every male child, and those who are restrained, and those who are free in Israel, and I will expunge after the house of Jeroboam, as one expunges dung until it is completed. The dead of Jeroboam in the city the dog shall eat. The dead in the field the birds of the heaven shall eat, because the Lord has spoken. And you arise and go to your house. As your feet come into the city, the child shall die. All of Israel shall eulogize him and bury him, for he alone of Jeroboam shall come to a grave, because there is found in him a good deed toward the Lord God of Israel in the house of Jeroboam. The Lord shall raise for himself a king over Israel, who shall cut off the house of Jeroboam this day, and also those who will be born from now on. The Lord shall smite Israel as a reed sways in the water, and he will uproot Israel from this good land that he has given to your fathers, and he will scatter them on the other side of the river, because they have made their trees of idol worship, which anger the Lord. He will put Israel to shame because of the sins of Jeroboam, that he sinned and that he had caused Israel to sin. And Jeroboam's wife arose, and she went and arrived in Tirzah. She came onto the threshold of the house, and the youth died. And all of Israel buried him and eulogized him as the word of the Lord that he spoke through his servant Ahijah the Shilonite. The rest of the events of Jeroboam that he fought and how he ruled are written in the book of Chronicles of the kings of Israel. On the days that Jeroboam reigned were 22 years, and he slept with his forefathers, and his son Nadab ruled instead of him. Rehoboam the son of Solomon ruled in Judah. 41 years of age was Rehoboam when he became king, and 17 years he reigned in Jerusalem, the city that the Lord had chosen to place his name there, out of all the tribes of Israel. And his mother's name was Naamah the Ammonitess. Judah did what displeased the Lord, and they angered him more than their forefathers had done with their sins that they sinned, and they too built for themselves high places, monuments, and trees for idol worship on every high hill and under every green tree. And also adultery was in the land. They did all the abominations of the nations that the Lord had driven out from them before the children of Israel. And it came to pass in the 5th year of King Rehoboam that Shishak the king of Egypt came up against Jerusalem, and he took the treasures of the house of the Lord and the treasures of the king's palace, And he took everything, and he took all the golden shields that Solomon had made. King Rehoboam made copper shields instead of them, and he put them under the jurisdiction of the captain of the runners that guarded the door of the king's palace. And it was whenever the king went to the house of the Lord, the runners would carry them and return them to the runners' chambers. The rest of the events of Rehoboam and all that he did, they are written in the book of Chronicles of the kings of Judah. And there was a war between Rehoboam and Jeroboam continually. Rehoboam lay with his fathers and was buried with his fathers in the city of David. And his mother's name was Naamah, the Ammonitess. Abijam, his son, reigned in his place.